That's not controlling. That's just,
Yo, we back. Testing 1, 2.
and we just had a deep ass conversation, huh?
Deep ass
We did. Would you guys
conversation.
ever talk about that on live?
Yeah, hell yeah.
1, 2,
I wouldn't say her
3.
name,
Yeah,
Bam.
but
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, what's going on, man? No paperwork back in the house. Man, we got Ayme back,
Yes, I
Ayme.
know.
but we're missing Joe Bob. Man, we can never get the
It's-
whole team together.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Because life be lifing, I
Life be
feel
lifing,
like,
for
you
real.
know?
All the time, life is life, man.
I got to hop on the thing, too, because I want to see the comments.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit.
How's everybody doing tonight, you guys? We were just having a cool conversation, y'all.
Yeah. And we could talk about it a little bit on here. But first, before we start, I want to say congratulations to my brother Trap.
Yeah.
Trapper
My
Low.
brother Trapper Low just
Man.
had a son, man.
Oh,
Super proud of him, man. That shit's dope, man.
much love,
Congratulations.
ACB chemistry, man. But yeah, shout out to Trapper Low. Congratulations on little Trapper Low.
Little Trappy.
That
little,
is so
little
cute.
Trapito.
That is
little
so
Trapito
cute.
Loco.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's man. It's a blessing, man. We happened to be at his baby shower, which was kind of dope.
Yeah. I hope
was
some of
it?
them videos never come out. You know?
I hope they don't for your sake either.
Why?
Man, you know,
Got a
the-
little...
first of all, this is a good thing to start off with, right?
Right.
Dudes going to baby showers. Like, when did that shit start?
That I want to say it started like probably like 10 years ago.
I've been
Yeah,
invited.
no,
to,
yeah.
I've been
I was
invited.
about to,
I've
I
been
was about
invited
to.
to like 3 of them, and the first one I actually went to was Trappers because that's my road dog. You know what I'm saying?
Why can't I see our live right now? What is
well,
going on?
it's
Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it.
it's more of it was more traditionally just a female thing, right?
Right.
Yes.
To bring gifts and shower the baby with gifts, basically. You know what I mean? But
I think it's fun to involve you guys.
nowadays, guys are they've been invited to baby showers,
Yeah.
and it's cool, but it's kind of still like the games and shit are still geared toward the females, right?
Right.
There's funny games too. I've seen a lot
they
of
were
baby
fun,
shower where
yeah.
there's funny ass games where like the girls got to go and try to pop the balloon on their like man's lap kind of thing, or like
Oh yeah.
Okay,
sucking the
I've
bottle as
seen that
fast as
on
you can.
Instagram.
Or there was one we played at my baby shower where my mom had all the guys tie like a long sock full of, I don't forget what it was, but they had like to swing. They had to swing their imaginary junk to get this ball to a certain location. So there was like some
Okay.
Yeah, that's
male
like fun,
incorporated ones that were funny. They were hella funny. Or like the guys playing musical chairs. That shit is
I got
funny.
a video
Of what?
of the game you played.
No, yeah, no.
I have to show him.
Yeah, you can show her. Yeah, but then you gotta discard it. You gotta get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
But so yeah, we played games, and I felt like I felt like we initially weren't really involved, and I felt like our table specifically was like bringing down the.
Because we were in the back.
Yeah, we were in the back, all
super
marching
serious
on and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it,
Well, because we didn't know anybody, right? When
Right.
you don't know anybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had his baby's mom's family there and shit. And they were very hospitable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very, very, man,
good people. For
good
sure.
people for sure, yeah. But it's, you're not yourself. You're not a comfortable. But then we started getting in the groove and shit. We started
You
being
weren't.
cool.
I had to, bro. I had to get you on that shit. Hella, bro.
I played a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not. The games that they were playing were really not like. So they had one which was dope. It was throw the chancla and knock down as many bears as you can. So
Yeah,
they had
yeah,
the
yeah.
chancla shit, and they were throwing it.
Oh, so who got the
And,
best parental aim?
Yeah. But
The dude won it.
yeah, dude, because I mean,
Somebody steal.
he
How old
probably
was he?
learned.
How old was he?
He's
Oh, he was old.
Oh, okay, so he had experience.
He was probably one of the ones that got hit a lot with the chancla when he was
Yeah.
little. So he knew like, oh, my mom did it like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so, and who was it that kept winning all the games?
Thumbs girl.
Thumps girl, yeah.
Yeah.
She kept winning. She
was
won
winning
like,
everybody.
She
Yeah.
won like 5 games back to back.
Hey, it gets competitive, especially the one. Did they play the one where you got to get the clothes hangers?
Oh yeah.
Oh
The
yeah.
clothes-
That's the only one he played.
Yeah, that is the one I played. And I tried, but then I was getting them. I was
Big
in
ass-
the
yeah,
groove,
he's a
and
big
then
ass-
and then all of a sudden one fell. I was like, fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
it was
yeah.
dope, man. It was dope.
It was dope. So again, shout out to Trapper Low, man.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yeah, shit. I can't wait for the next one. whoever's it is, whoever's it is.
Yeah.
You know
Shoot,
what I mean?
for real.
Shit.
For real.
Excuse me, you guys, if I sound super congested. My allergies are kicking in. Don't nobody think nothing else crazy.
Yeah.
Thought you out there shit.
Yeah.
I mean, look in there, you're like,
Hey,
yeah, man.
I see on people's shit where the moment anyone goes like this or
Oh, they fucking
whatever,
with that
they're
shit.
like, oh yep, see proof,
what you
and
know.
don't nobody
Yeah.
Yeah.
make that allegation
Allergies
against me.
around
Okay,
here, man.
the weather has changed and it has.
Yeah, she
either
got
I'm-
allergies, right?
I either have a cold
Yeah.
or
Red Cortez, man. Thank you
allergies.
for the first tier membership. Elias Gonzalez, man. He said, "What's up with the real ones? I send mine from Hayward, Cali. Big chillin' homies. Hell yeah, you know what's
Hello.
up. HCB Chemistry, my boy. Said much love. El Lechero 88 says salute from Madera Califas.
Yeah.
559 Madera. We had old boy from Madera over here, man. Mr. Shadow Madera.
Wasn't from Madera, bro.
I know he wasn't from
yeah.
Madera, but that's his name,
Yeah.
Shadow Madera. So
Yeah.
that was funny. Tony Rivera said, "Send mines in full tone de vacas, man." What up, Tony? Elias Gonzalez said, "BFD go crazy on that music. You guys be ready, keeping that content. Be fire, Trapper Low. Congrats."
Appreciate
Hell
you.
yeah.
Appreciate
Miguel
you.
Lago says, "Saludos." HBC Chemistry said, or HCB. This is gonna get good. Slim Loco, what's up with it, Slim Loco? We need to get you up on here, man.
Salutations.
Yeah.
Oh, I like how he said hello.
Yeah, salutations. Elias Gonzalez said, "Friday night, no paperwork podcast be lit. No Diddy. Got 4 years, 1 time served, 3 to go in the feds. He be baby oiled out on canteen." So that's with Diddy.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of Diddy, so they had all these crazy charges on him,
Yeah.
and he just got he got convicted of like sexual assault, right?
Did he? Oh, I haven't even.
I don't know.
haven't-
Let me
I
Google
haven't
it.
But it
caught
wasn't.
up with
It wasn't. He didn't get charged for pimping or pandering.
I mean, to
or
be
none
so
of
for
that
real,
shit.
when it comes to crimes like that, I feel like a lot of people get a little slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So,
I have my theories behind this. It's a black
convicted of
black
2
market
counts.
commodity.
He was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution, a charge that stemmed from arranging travel for his ex-girlfriends. Right? So, okay. So, everything we know now that's
Right.
been that happened with Andrew Tate,
Right.
right? That happened with where all these people were charged for these crimes, right? It seems as if to discredit them, right? At the time, Diddy was charged. I'm not saying he didn't do it,
Right.
right? He was a weirdo, obviously.
Right.
He's a weirdo.
Baby oiled the fuck out.
Beat up Cassie,
Beat up
right?
Cassie.
For
We
sure.
seen
We all
that.
seen it,
Yeah.
right? So, I'm not saying he's not a weirdo, but he was doing something politically at the time, right? And he was getting a lot of funding for it and a lot of backing for it by high profile ass black people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, he was suing the vodka maker or what? Ciroc.
Right.
The makers of Ciroc, right?
So you think it was politically motivated that all of us? Well, you know what?
A
that
lot of
is-
this
that
stuff
is. That
is.
is. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That is actually very common. They did that to Michael Jackson.
Right.
They did that to Prince.
And then what
Did
was
that to
happening
Prince?
simultaneously? That's right when all the Epstein stuff started happening,
Right.
right? And so now, historically, they've used minorities as a scapegoat. Like, oh, there's this going on over here, but look at this over here.
Like
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
it
Yeah.
serves as a distraction
Yeah,
from the
Look,
something
actual
shiny.
bigger thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
I seen Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Something shiny.
right. And it's hard to just discount all that,
Yeah.
right? So even though he might have done some weird stuff, right, for sure, right, man, given everything we know now after Charlie Kirk, post Charlie Kirk, I feel like in American history there's gonna be pre and post Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, look at right now with Charlie Kirk. What's happening is nobody's believing the official story because now you got the dude, supposedly the guy who shot him, took down his gun, broke it apart, right?
Put it back together.
and then got down, put it back together, and then put it next to a tree so they can find it. And then also they were saying, man, he got shot with a 30-06 in the neck, but the bullet stopped in his neck. There wasn't an exit wound. So there's a lot of conspiracy theories, a lot of stories that don't make sense. There's they were showing slow motion of the exit wound. Then you got the dudes doing the little baseball, little sign hand signals and shit.
I've been actually keeping up with Candace Owens on her investigation with that because it's very fascinating to me because I feel like she's the only one that's really trying to one, bring attention to the inconsistencies being told. Like there was a whole video of a girl who was helping the supposed shooter change, and the FBI isn't on it. They're not. There's like someone has ring cam footage of this, and they're not investigating it. Why?
Well, another thing is right after the shooting happened, right? The cops didn't tape it off. There was people over there picking up hats and shit and throwing them and shit like that. And then the day after, they go and pave it with concrete. Like, why? It's a crime scene. It's an active crime scene, right? They're still investigating. You're gonna go pave the whole the spot where he got shot. Like, that doesn't make sense. When in history of any fucking crime do you know that where they allow people to go and mess up the crime scene
immediately
the day after? Yeah. Which is crazy.
And even that guy, that old man that was this distraction.
Yeah, what the hell was up with that old man?
There's hecka like coincidences that a lot of these people that are like trying to like be relevant, they all coincidentally have a background of like child SA and having weird stuff on their phones and stuff. So it's kind of looking like they knew who to pick and choose to kind of blackmail into being like, hey, you're going to play this role and you're going to play it because if you don't, you're about to be exposed. And then just, handle it anyways, regardless, because that's how the game goes.
Yeah.
So there's a few interesting aspects.
There's a whole lot
to
of
it.
like, I haven't dug into it deep, you know what I mean? But just from what I see,
as soon as how I am now, because of everything that's been happening, as soon as they say someone did something, I question it.
Yeah.
That's everybody.
Automatically now.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just like,
I think that's 75% of the population right now is they question everything because every time something happens, there's always somebody who'll be like, nope, that didn't happen like that. Nope.
I mean, I think we'd be a little foolish as a populace to not. Given like how blatantly they play in our face, I feel like they really do just some of the things that they put out there. I'm just like, dang, they really think we're stupid. Like,
right.
For real.
They really think we're dumb. It's almost offensive at this point. Like you would think you'd cross your T's and dot your I's a little freaking better, but you really think we're stupid like that.
Well, look at 9/11, right? Fucking Building 12. Like, how the fuck. Or was it Building 7 or building one of those buildings? Whatever. The building that got knocked down and didn't get hit.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, how? Why?
Yep.
Right? My boy pointed it out. This was actually when it first happened. He was like, look, 4 buildings were supposed to get hit that day. Mm-hmm. You got 4 planes up, 4 buildings get damaged, right? 3 get knocked down, 1 gets damaged, but only 3 planes hit. He said that 4th plane was supposed to hit, like, regardless. And that building was going to come down regardless. So that 4th plane that landed in the field, that plane was supposed to hit Building 7. And it just happened to, the people happened to just take over and or whatever happened to it. It crashed in the field, right? After those people took over and whatever. So, I mean, is it coincidence or not, right? 4 planes go up, 4 buildings get damaged.
Yeah. Or
3 destroyed, 1
the fact
damaged.
that the Pentagon got audited
right
before that.
Right. Well,
and
they
then
were missing
coincidentally
$2 trillion.
Yeah, they're missing a lot of money. And then coincidentally, all the head honchos that were supposed to be in these buildings on this day all got a phone call and called out sick the day before. Right. What did you know that everyone else didn't know?
Right. Right. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it all goes back. We can even go back further to Saddam Hussein and fucking, the Iraqi wars because, they were saying that Israel said they had weapons of mass destruction. Okay, we'll go over there and take them. Where they at? They were nowhere to be found.
Do you know that Iran had Jews in their parliament?
Mm-hmm.
No.
There's Jews in every government, every parliament.
Little hat people.
Everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Jewish people.
I mean, look at
Little hat people.
Look at,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
They're supposed, like, all this stuff is just crazy.
I mean, look at the president of Mexico.
Yeah.
For sure. And did you see what she just did?
No, I didn't.
Today? She is. I want to get it right.
Get it right.
So
Look it
yeah.
up.
So she just is stopping all to Israel.
Really?
Really?
Yep. Canada too.
Really?
Yeah. Well, did you see that Israel went and attacked the humanitarian aid boats and
Yes.
and
And
took it
Spain
over?
and all
And
them.
Italy's actually protesting right now. The whole
I see.
country
They just went up this morning, right?
Yeah, they're protesting and shit. And I'm thinking like, man, when the hell are we gonna start protesting on some shit? When the hell are we gonna get together and be
ain't.
like, hold on, where the fuck is the Epstein
Dude,
files?
Bibi Netanyahu just met with like CEOs of social media platforms and stuff because he's trying to figure out how to get all of the main influencers who are in support of Israel to start he pretty much putting out their propaganda.
Well, how much is he paying? Because I mean, we could just be pro-Israel. We can put the Israel flag right here. How
I
much
am
money they
not
got?
trading my integrity
Hey,
for no
how
shit
much
like
money
that.
they got?
Do you see what they
You
started
you
doing?
solo
There's
on that mission, N-Sane.
There's this black podcaster named Officer some man. They just been
Tatum?
Tatum. They've been going in on bro.
Why? What is he
Why?
doing?
Like
He's seven. Like
he's
it was
pro-Israel?
Like 7 days ago, he just started pushing pro-Israel stuff.
Well,
I seen that.
I mean-
I seen that.
And
he's-
everybody's calling him out on it, like, bro.
look, Bibby, check this out, partner.
Bibi.
$5 million each. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
$5 million
hell
each,
nah.
right? We'll
I
put
can't
an
do it.
Israel
No
flag.
deal.
Okay.
No deal.
No deal
10 million
for
for me, none for them. Bring some Jewish motherfuckers here. We'll have 2 Jewish motherfuckers. We'll have a Shalom and a Goldstein right here, and we'll have a Jewish flag right here. $10 million. It's good. I got you.
Yeah. That's crazy. No.
No thanks.
I'm about to get jumped right after this.
Yeah, we will have to have a serious business conversation after this, okay? Because hold on, we got to reevaluate and regroup. Just kidding.
Okay. See, she didn't really do nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, but
So they got 6 Mexican hostages, 6 Mexican prisoners over there right
okay.
now in Israel, and she says, "Don't do that." Basically, so never mind.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, 150 million. Hey. So check this out. 150 million.
I'll send it
Yeah,
to you, man.
see? No.
How much money would it take for you to be pro-Israel? Man, we don't
I
really.
wouldn't.
Do Palestinians really need Gaza? Like, I mean, you know, do they really need that area? I mean,
See-
they could just move to India or something. You know what I'm saying? Or you know, there's a lot of space in Montana that's open and shit. We could just throw the Palestinians there, man.
There
Come
is
on.
a lot of space. Oh my goodness, my allergies messing with me. There is a lot of space in Montana, but absolutely not. I don't think I'd be able to get bought out.
Nah.
I wouldn't.
Nah.
You know why? Because I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
Honestly-
I'd be like, damn, for real, there was a price.
Honestly,
There was a
I'm
price for me.
obviously I'm joking, but like what they're doing over there is not a joking matter. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because what's happening over there is genocide. It's I mean you can't say nothing else. It's pure
That's genocide.
unadulterated genocide.
Yeah, I just learned too in the Bible that I was reading that the Lord, although He designated that specific land for what were considered the like little hat people at that time, He actually says that believers of Jesus Christ are the ones that inheritance of that land. So I think that politics have kind of muddied the waters and making it seem that only a particular group of people, but biblically God said those who believe in me, this is the land for them.
Well, I mean, like honestly though, like what makes and this is an honest question, I'm not being funny. What
Yeah.
makes the Jewish race so important to where they are designated a land? Like, because in like if you're Christian, right, and you believe in the Bible, like, wouldn't you be the one to, you know, be like, hold on, y'all Jewish, y'all don't believe in what we believe in, so you stay over there. We gonna deal with what we deal with. You guys deal with what you deal with. We're not gonna go and interfere in your wars, your propaganda, your
Yeah.
fights, right?
Honestly, I'm not too sure. I know that there's a historical reasoning behind it. I'm not equipped to answer that question. I know that it has like some biblical ties and biblical meanings for the era in which Jesus Christ lived, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what would Jesus say to Netanyahu bombing Gaza
Yeah, well,
and,
I mean,
making people starve?
When Jesus was here as a Jew, he was calling out his own people.
Right.
He was calling out all the Pharisees. He was calling all of them, and they were telling him that he was blasphemous,
Well,
that he was not the prophet, that he was not the Messiah. And what happened? They crucified him.
Well,
and
Jesus need to come
him.
back and get on their ass again.
I think
Like,
he's gonna.
he need to put a belt to ass and be like, hold on, man. All you Jewish motherfuckers need to calm down. Y'all cool, man. Y'all my people too, but just settle the fuck down. But it's not all Jewish people, right? Like
it's a Zionist.
Yeah, and motherfuckers, they're quick to say if you criticize Israel, then you're anti-Semitic. Which, no, like Jewish people, the Jewish religion is actually it's a beautiful religion. You know what I mean? All religions are beautiful religions. You know what I mean? If you believe in something, you believe in peace and prosperity. But it's the government that's turning the religion into a fucking genocidal fucking crazy ass thing.
And I think that we talk about the genocide of that particular group of people as if it was the biggest genocide in history, because it's the one that's the most amplified. But no one ever talks about all the Christians that were slaughtered by the Bolsheviks, or the Christians in China and in Middle Eastern countries that are it's getting late, y'all. Right. That go through that as well. And the number of Christians that have died in the name of being a Christian is a lot more.
Yes. They've also killed a lot of people too.
I'm over here saying something.
Christians always killed a lot of people. Religion generally.
Yeah.
Religion.
But every religion, well, they've killed in the name of religion. You know what I mean? And I was telling you the other day, I was watching or just last night, we were talking about, I was watching the Joan of Arc story, The Messenger, and how that was, the way she was compelled by God at 19 to go off and lead these armies and shit, and actually freed fucking France from England. You know what I mean? But then during the trials, they used the Catholic religion to persecute her and burn her at the stake. Yeah. But it was the bishops and shit that actually had say over her. It wasn't even the king. So the religion had so much of a hold on the kingdom that even the kings couldn't do anything without the bishop's say.
Have you guys read some of the Old Testament?
Yeah.
Dude, it's freaking insane. I'm reading the Bible. I'm on like day 96 right now, right? And me and Cinco's wife Anna, we're hella locked in, and we'll just be like, can you imagine being a woman living in this time in the Old Testament? Like the other day we read about how if a woman was essayed, right? And she did not call for help, she would also be stoned.
She not call for help? What do you mean?
Yeah, like if she wasn't yelling like, this is happening, help me.
Okay, yeah.
She would then also be condemned and be stoned. And that shit tripped me out because I actually went through an experience like that. And you know how they say you have fight, flight, freeze? Right. I froze.
Oh, okay.
I froze. And I remember thinking to myself, like, damn, I always told myself, like, if something crazy were to ever happen to me, I'd scream. And then I was put in that situation and I didn't scream. And to think, oh my God, if this would have happened to me in Old Testament time, I'd have got stoned. Yeah. I'd have got stoned.
Right.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
or like there were certain regulations, like a woman, if something like that, like if a man's brother died, he would then have to marry the wife, and if he disowns the wife, then like the wife has to spit in his face, and like all these like random little rules.
Very specific rules.
Right. Very specific. Like she would have to grab him by the balls.
In her face type shit.
Yeah. And like publicly.
But a lot of the religious texts were edited by people, right? Like they through history, right? A lot of kings, right? The Council of Nicaea and King James and all that. They edited the Bible to fit whatever fucking at the time, whatever problem they had at the time to make it see, like even during the slave days, right? The slave masters would give, or they they edit the Bible to be like, oh, you must obey your master, and you listen to your master. Your
There
master
is.
is king.
I've learned that
You know what I
too.
mean? And you must love your master as if your master was God himself or whatever. And so they use that as a tool to enslave people and keep them there. You know what I mean?
And there was also like if like a slave wanted to be a slave, there were certain rules for the owners in keeping them. Like you have to keep them comfortable. Also, like to grow your crops, you would have to leave a certain amount of portion for your crops for the people in the city to be able to eat from them too.
Yeah.
I learned that Jesus slayed a dragon. I did not know this.
A dragon?
Like the Bible casually mentioned that, you know, this was after Jesus had slayed this one dragon. And I was like, Anna, why didn't I know that Jesus slayed a dragon? And she was like, girl.
Oh, that was a gecko. You just stepped on it.
But it's crazy because, have you guys seen Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of
Part of
episodes.
it, yeah.
Okay, you know how there's a lot of sorcery?
It got a little weird.
Yeah. But it's crazy because when I read the Bible, it's almost like I'm reading a book, a history book from that time. And I think it seems so unreasonable now because culture has changed so much. But at some point in time, sorcery held weight.
Yeah.
Magic held weight.
Right.
Dragons and giants and freaking being petrified and turned to a pillar of salt, like that was like those times. It's
Right.
kind of trippy when you really think about it.
Yeah.
I geek out about this
But
stuff, guys.
it all goes back to aliens.
The Anunnaki.
Yeah. That's
And the
all.
Nephilim?
I mean, think about it, right? The Bible, like, there's no such thing as magic, right? If you ever go to magic shows, it's all illusions and shit. There's no such thing as magic, right? There's science, and you can make science look like magic.
Yeah.
But there's technology.
Yeah.
Well, unexplained technology or unknown technology to people who don't know about it is magic, right?
Yeah.
So there you go, Anunnakis.
See,
the Bible.
And God in the Bible is saying that these people that are able to conjure these abilities are because they are messing with other gods and other spirits.
Right.
And that part trips me out because he acknowledges that there's other deities on earth that hold some kind of power, that hold weight. And it kind of makes you think like the devil can bless you, right? He comes as an angel of light. You pray to the devil that you want this or Santa Muerte, whatever the hell you want. And in a sense, you can get blessed in the flesh. But God blesses you eternally, your spirit eternally, which is the difference.
Big Roo said, wasn't the dragon a representation of Satan, though?
I don't know. I haven't got that far, Big Roo.
But how
when
would,
I learn
how would
it,
they
I'll
know
tell you.
about dragons back then? Like, what would make him say a dragon in the Bible, unless it was edited, right?
Or unless they were real. I mean, there was giants back then, too.
And then HCB Chemistry said, but who made aliens?
I don't know.
So,
I
there it is,
ponder
right?
these
Like,
thoughts.
in what I believe, in my
Yeah.
own personal opinion,
Yeah.
is that there is a God, there is a creator,
Yeah.
or maybe a couple of creators, but that creator made the aliens. The aliens created us. So we are still made by a creator,
Yeah.
but it's a creator who created our
creator who created the creator.
Yeah.
Right.
And my understanding of it from what I've read in the Bible and a couple Michael, Heiser books, I believe his name is that he breaks down he explains God's counsel. So there was a council. It was like God, the God of gods, and then he had people in his council that were able to also go down and perform certain miracles and certain things. And we were just a race created to help the beings that were already on earth. I think a lot of people believe that human beings are the start to beings on earth when that's actually not the case. There was the Nephilim here on earth. There was the Anunnaki here on earth. Now, who created them or how they came about, who freaking knows? I would be fascinated to ask God this one day.
If there's a God, right, we about to find out because we seen that AI stuff.
Oh,
right?
man.
I seen this thing I just showed you.
Yeah.
I sent it to you. Where they talking about by 2026, like AI's really legit gonna run everything.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
They gonna run.
But
everything.
explain to them what that video said though.
So there's something called AGI, right? Where it's like a hyper AI, right? So like AI is gonna create a faster AI that is double their speed immediately within 10 minutes. right? If what took us all this time and technology to create AI is gonna learn self-preservation, right? So then they gonna create what's called AGI. It's gonna evolve into like this, like a fifth of a second. They're gonna have 100 times more powerful AI, right? AI is gonna do the analytics of what the most dangerous thing is to their environment.
And it's people.
Right? And it's people.
Right.
It's always been people to the earth, right? And without the humanity that we have, and the empathy that we have, right? It's just logistics, right? AI is going to determine the best ways to deal with the problem of their environment, right? And because we're so reliant on everything, AI has access to everything. Elon Musk is creating all these robots. All our cars are going to be electric.
I want to get one of them robots.
No, you don't want to get one of them robots. What you need to do is have your fucking analog house. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys seen Atlas on Netflix with J-Lo?
No.
Yeah, I seen that. That's dope.
It's
kind of
it is a dope movie. It is a dope movie. It's kind of what you're explaining. Like it's almost like what is it? Predictive programming.
Yeah.
They said by 2030 there probably won't be no humans.
But look, if we go on what's happening right now in space with the Atlas AI or what AI Atlas, whatever it is that's coming, they said that's supposed to be a alien spaceship, and it's growing bigger by the day, and it has glowing lights and shit. Supposedly it's either a probe or it's headed right for us. It's hiding behind the sun right now, but it'll be here sometime late October. So we'll figure out, man. Maybe it's Anunnaki coming back, and they gonna.
RFK just gave a speech about how they trying to control us. RFK, just think about what one of the major dudes in Trump's cabinet,
right,
just gave this crazy ass motherfucking speech. I know you've seen it.
I have not seen it.
That shit is crazy. He was just talking about how they gonna control you. So we seen everything that's been happening in China and the UK,
right,
as far as the digital IDs and how they're utilizing it to keep people controlled.
Right.
Immediate control.
Hey, what if it's not even something new? What if it's just a return to what was?
Ooh.
What if it's a return to what it was?
What was, yeah.
What was?
Like
Because
when Atlantis.
people think that we have, yes,
Yeah.
yes, building the pyramids, the technology.
How did they get them on Machu Picchu?
Bro,
how do they get them fucking
and how
things
are
on
all
Machu
of
Picchu?
these? How are all of these specifically aligned to our like gravitational pull? How would one know this in ancient time? What if we think we've been progressing, but we've actually been regressing? And what if we got to a point where we're so fucking self-destructive that what was already is actually going to come back and be like, yeah, we're going to reboot this generation of humans that we created because they clearly haven't figured it out. And so we're just going to start all over.
How we having high conversations and we're not high? We need to smoke weed. Like, this is high conversation right now.
We talking like this. Yeah.
For real, we do.
Hey, we just watched Atlantis movies the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just chilling watching Atlantis.
Yeah.
And I didn't even put that together about how if that was the technology was so there's three different scopes or three different theories on Atlantis, right? And so Atlantis had high technology for the time. The only one that ever said Atlantis is how we think of Atlantis now was a dude who fell asleep, was in like this comatose state in like Louisiana, right? And he had a dream about Atlantis, right? And so, but Atlantis as a real place that all the explorers wrote about, like the pre-Columbian area, explorers wrote about, wasn't as high tech, wasn't the glass cities, right? And so I like, I as far as reverting back to the days of Atlantis, I don't know if that'd be. And they said Atlantis, there was one group of people that said that Atlantis is the ones who taught Greeks and Romans. And we know that's not true. Right.
Yeah.
We know the Kush did. Right. So when I was in prison and we were reading about Atlantis, it was through the scope of a racist theory that undermined non-whites as the foundation of modern society. You know what I'm saying? So Atlantis was like, how I always thought about it was like they didn't want to say who Kush was.
Oh,
right?
okay.
They didn't want to say who Kush was, so boom, here's Atlantis.
Got it. Well, there's a lot of that, right? Because history is his story,
Yep.
and history is controlled by whoever rules at that time.
And only the winner of wars.
So Miguel
Right,
Lango
history.
said, real question is, what if it's true, a real alien ship, and you see it in the sky, what would y'all do? I ain't do nothing, man. I ain't going to work. I know that.
Look at it.
I know I ain't going to work. I know. Fuck y'all. I ain't going to work.
Look at it. I ain't gonna lie. If there's an alien in the sky, I'm securing my family. Right. That's priority. Whatever I'm doing, I'm stopping it, and I'm securing my family.
Right.
I would pray over my family. I think I'd pray over my family, but I have
You better pray with an AK in your hand.
Listen, I have an irrational sense of confidence that any kind of creature I meet is just going to sense the immaculate, pure vibes and is going to vibe with me. I'd be like, I don't know. I really just feel it. Who knows? They might just shoot me down.
They might chill with you. And
I'd be like trying to telepathically be like, motherfucker, I know you read my thoughts.
The telepathy, right?
You know what I mean? Like, I'm pure. Teach me.
If we only use so much of our brain, and we know that other animals can communicate telepathically,
right?
There is like animals that can communicate, right?
We know.
So if that's true, and if potentially we have that ability, it's likely that beings that other whatever, right, may have, especially if they're more advanced, might be able to do it. If they could do it, and there's some form of communication.
I mean, it is proven that we do have telepathy abilities.
Yeah,
it's proven. What is it? The telepathy tapes?
Yeah.
You know that you go listen. There is twins. They have it. I mean,
they
astral
did
projecting.
studies on that. Yeah, astral projecting. That the government
that's
spent
a whole thing.
millions of dollars on astral projecting.
Yeah,
and they're still up till recently. They were still,
even energy communications. I was just learning about a study that I saw on Insta that made me go down a rabbit hole of like people who you can literally smell fear off of each other.
Yeah, it gives off a pheromone. Right?
Yes. There's a chemical reaction. There's an energy. Like our energy communicates with each other before we actually physically communicate with each other.
Well, if you ever been in a situation, right, where shit is odd, or you got a group of people and you and your homie right there, and you already know your homie. I can just look at you, Fats, and I already know what you're thinking before you think it. Like all we have to do is look at each other and be like, and you know what, and it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like we know that it's not telepathy, but I know what you're thinking by your facial expressions, the way you look at me and the way I look at you in a situation. You already know, like, okay, it's either gonna be up or nah, don't trip. We good. You know what I mean? And that's a form of telepathy.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know what I mean?
It's very interesting.
But there are studies where twins have been separated at birth, and it was government studies, and they put them off in different places, and they come back and they're able to communicate with each other without knowing each other, have similar traits. Even though they were raised differently, one would be raised in a rich, successful family, and the other one would be more poor, and they get together and like have similar traits, be able to fucking finish each other's words, all that shit.
Even just like in terms of like our DNA, we have those interconnections. Like I didn't have my real dad my whole life, right? I was nothing like my mom at all. And I was like, why am I so freaking different? I met my real dad and I was like, oh, it makes all the sense. I'm like the girl version of him, literally.
And because it's hereditary, right? It's passed down. Look, Contraband said, I'm a twin and I can relate. So it's a real thing. Like, you know what I mean? Contraband, man, elaborate on that. We'll read it.
Yeah.
But like it's a real thing. It's hereditary, and you can see it, right? My sisters had a different dad than I do, and they're totally different. We were raised the same in the same house, same mom. We all have the same.
So you think it's nature over nurture?
I think it's nature over nurture, and there's a little bit of because no matter what, right? We're sitting right here, right, and we're seeing the exact same thing, but we're not seeing the exact same thing because through your eyes, through your angle, we might see this camera right here, but you're seeing it a different. I'll never be able to see.
Perception is different.
I'll never be able to see at this moment exactly what you're seeing. Yeah. Never, because time already passed and you're already there. Now I could move into your seat and see it, after the fact, but I'll never be able to see it from your perspective ever.
Yeah. That's why 3 people can be in the same situation and have way different
stories.
recollections of it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
You know?
Contraband said, definitely real. You can read each other and know things that are happening or going on without even being there and present. Wow. And that's with his twin.
Oh, hey, and like that mom on that freaking documentary Into the Fire on Netflix. Have you guys watched it?
No, but I'm about to.
Okay, can I spill the beans? No,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna spill the
go
beans.
ahead.
No, okay.
Yeah, spill the beans.
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh,
the
dude,
beans.
it's so cool. She had to give her daughter up, right? At birth because she got pregnant with her young, whatever, the circumstances. Well, she ended up finding out later that her daughter went missing, and she was on this mission to try to find her biological daughter. And she had this hunch that the foster father had something to do with it. And nobody would believe her. There was no evidence, but she just felt it in her soul. And then out of nowhere, she just was like, they need to check this specific part of his land. And she had no... Like they couldn't do it yet because there was no reasonable evidence to go check that part of the land. But she was like, it's this spot. I feel it. Something is here. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but you have to check. Eventually, enough shit ended up coming out. He was a fucking weirdo. He was doing weird things. They were able to get a warrant to go onto his property, and they found her daughter's remains right where the mom said that they were going to be. She wasn't even in her daughter's life at all. But see, somehow that connection she still knew.
That's why I believe in spirituality, right? Because that's a real thing, right? And our senses, right? Like we use what our all five senses.
Yeah.
And then blind people, right? They can hear better than we can because they're honing their senses. If we can just learn to hone all five of our senses, right, better, man. It's like a superpower. Yeah, you'd be unstoppable. But you can start.
So we have a sixth sense. Right. That's what she's talking about, right? That sixth sense, we learn how to fucking even figure out how to even like
use your pineal
a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little. I couldn't remember the name of it, but just a little bit. Yeah. Then we can exercise it.
Well, what do they call that? Your
it's
chakra?
Like Kegels.
Yeah, you know why I think we humans don't though, is because I feel like we only tend to tap into things when survival is dependent on it, when adaptation is necessary for survival. And I think that's why blind people, it's almost like evolution, right? Yeah. They evolved to adapt to survive. And we've created and cultivated a very comfortable life. Like there isn't a struggle like there used to be. Like you don't have to forage for your food. You don't have to protect your family from fucking creatures and other tribes and whatever. Like the primal aspect of life has really shifted and it's gotten very comfortable. Everything's very convenient and easy. And a lot of these senses that have kept us alive for so long, we're just not exercising those things, and it has to be a
even
choice.
In the last 20 years, we've gotten stupider, fatter, fucking lazier. You know what I'm saying? Like we are just devolving now.
Well, tough times make tough men, and easy times make weak men.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like that movie, and maybe you guys didn't see it because I'm a little younger than you guys. Wall-E.
Wall-E,
we saw
Wall-E.
Oh. We saw Wall-E.
My bad, y'all.
Sorry, teeny bopper. Your parents know you're out this late.
My bad. But what they show in Wall-E?
Yeah. All them fat motherfuckers.
You know, life got easy and convenient, and then everybody they no longer had to rely on themselves. And then what happened? Technology. The robots.
For real.
Took over.
That's why I want a robot, man, so I can mow my lawn.
Right. Speaking of evolution, right, and how people evolve or devolve. Did you guys see that hood vlog where the homies got off on
Oh yeah, I did.
Bro, this is why I hate those stupid fucking
hood
vlogs.
I saw.
Stop doing hood vlogs.
And you know what's funny is I thought about you guys in that moment.
Oh my god!
I was like, my co-host would not approve of these
is
actions
not
right now.
Turn that damn camera off. You know what I'm saying? Like what? That shit is crazy.
Right. Like
It's
wrong for so many reasons. I don't even want to list them all.
And when people record fights or record crime, especially when so-called gangsters record crimes that are happening in the moment and then they post it, that's telling. That ain't telling what is telling. That's telling. Right. You providing evidence for law enforcement.
Is that considered like dry snitching?
That's actual, like, yeah.
So it's actually,
you're giving evidence.
Yeah.
You're providing evidence. It's not dry. There's nothing dry about it, right? Because they can actually use that to convict you.
100%.
Like dry snitch is like, well, if you look over here, maybe you might find something. You know what I mean? But then this is actually providing evidence.
That shit is crazy to me.
Hey, ego is a hell of a thing. Ain't it?
Yeah, it is clout.
Yeah, dude. And for views, right? Like
turn that motherfucker off.
Like not everything is for the internet.
Not everything is for the internet, bro.
Right. Sometimes if you got funk with a motherfucker, just have fun.
The first thing I'll say to real G's, anybody that's really out there, first of all, if you're out there, whatever. But stop recording shit. Stop recording shit. Hood vlogs are fucking out. Yeah. That shit is fucking crazy. You telling everybody membership, location. Man, it's fucking, it don't make no sense no more.
Turn to Jesus Christ.
ML415 said, have you seen the documentary of the mom catfishing her own daughter? It's a crazy story. Her mom was telling her daughter she doesn't give enough BJs to her boyfriend. Crazy ass story. Yeah, I actually seen that. The mom was catfishing the daughter, like pretending to be a dude that she was talking to online.
It's called Unknown Number on Netflix. Watch it and watch it again.
I don't even watch TV. I don't watch TV.
Dude.
Man, there's a TV right there.
I'm gonna start watching it.
We're about to put it on.
Dude, that one was sick. That mom has some serious psychological issues. I honestly think she's probably that's a full-blown example of a narcissist, because anybody with any kind of rationale who did something
why she was doing it?
She said that initially she did it out of love she said supposedly that when this unknown number had texted her daughter, she didn't know who it was. And so she was trying to get to the bottom of it by playing a little reverse psychology and becoming the unknown number. It's full of shit.
How did she get that number?
I'm pretty sure she was the person from the beginning.
Right.
It was an unknown number the whole time. So
so it never shows the number?
She called her daughter
and she worked,
as an unknown number.
And she worked in IT, so she would she knew how to get around certain stuff, but then she became obsessed, and she was telling her daughter to off herself. She was talking about your boyfriend wants to woo whoop to me and do these things to me, like nasty, perverted things. And then I think the saddest part of that documentary to me was the daughter at the end, who is just so battered as a young girl that she doesn't realize the extent of the harm that her mother tried to cause her, because she was like, I still love my mom, and I might not be able to understand why she did what she did, but I love her.
Did she went to jail?
She did time. Yeah,
dude, that's shit. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. What charges did she get? What is that?
I don't know exactly what charges she got, but I know it's got to be against the law to catfish motherfuckers that bad,
dude. And then she had the audacity to be like, the school. I just felt like the school wasn't doing enough to find who it was harassing them.
It was you, bitch.
Bitch, you were the one harassing them. Fuck are you talking about right now? You're the one doing it.
Oh, she was delusional.
You're delusional. Yeah, it was crazy.
X4 gang. He said, when you guys bring Lil Koner on the podcast, man, we're trying, bro.
We trying, bro.
Some people are just camera shy as they get older. But yeah, man, that was a crazy documentary. And people, and it goes into the psychology of people, right? People, you get bored and you're already messed up in the head, and you find weird things to occupy your time. And then it gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And then, one lie turns into 10 lies, turns into 20 lies. And then you're telling lies to get out of other lies. And pretty soon you don't know what's real. So that mom ended up not knowing what was real. It was somebody else. No, bitch, it was you.
I don't know. Nah, I feel like that's something off in your brain regardless, because
she's a wackadoo.
I understand going through a hard time and making some questionable decisions. We all have, on survival, but certain things something psychologically is wrong.
Oh yeah.
Something is wrong, This is crazy.
Yeah, she's a wackadoo. But I want to watch it though.
Yeah, no, it's
I want to watch it.
It's interesting. I like watching documentaries. So, where I work, I just, I pop on shit all the time. And
you're not supposed to say it.
You're
not supposed to say it.
They know. They don't give a shit. But, I'm a boss, man.
Yeah, that's right.
But, like I like to watch like Mr. Ballin. You ever see Mr. Ballin? Okay, so on YouTube, you go to Mr. Ballin channel. It's like weird and strange mysteries and shit.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of different psychological stories that he tells, true stories, right?
Write that down.
Yeah, go check out Mr. Ballin.
I like psychological aspects.
So it's either ghost stories or people going missing in the woods or fucking people like either paranormal or strange, like people dying in weird ways and shit, getting caught in caves and not being able to come out. Or man, it's dope, man.
You know what documentary I just finished that kind of tripped me out really bad?
What's that?
It's called Tell Them You Love Me, and it's about a professor, a teacher who went and did prison time because I guess her mom was like some head honcho of like studying disabilities and like really was advocating the fact that nonverbal people with disabilities can actually communicate with help.
Oh,
and this professor had like this guy that was nonverbal, had like cerebral palsy, so he didn't really have movement over his body, and she had this keyboard in which they can communicate, and she's like helping him reach certain letters and words that he wants to communicate. She ended up falling in love with him. They did the deed and everything, but he's like to watch the documentary like visually was kind of a trip because, you know, he's all kind of, you know, I don't want to say gimped out, but
yeah,
you know,
basically. But that reminds me.
You know what I mean? But like, and so
it reminds me of that woman,
Yeah.
that woman that was trying to communicate with the dolphin, and
Yeah.
the dolphin wouldn't participate unless it was sexually aroused.
Yeah.
So she was
What?
she was jacking off the dolphin.
What?
So it would communicate with her. You've never seen that
that's
shit?
called bestiality.
You know, it was like, yeah, she got fired, but she was it's a real thing. She was
Hey, but
living with the
dolphins
dolphin.
are hella smart.
They're hella smart.
He was
Well,
probably
yeah,
like,
he
girl,
got
you,
his.
you gotta pay to play,
Yeah,
homegirl.
no, that's crazy. So she would just beat off the dolphin to talk to him.
But to get
I know
him to
girls like
communicate.
that. I feel like we all know girls like that, right?
Oh man.
Not I. I don't know not one girl like that. And I don't want to know. No,
Yeah.
please no. Okay, this conversation took a left. We talking crazy. We talking crazy.
I'm crazy. But let's see.
That's
NorCal Mex
crazy.
for Trump said the Confessionals is one of the best podcast channels.
Yeah.
The confessionals. Okay, I'm
No Paperwork is one of the best podcast channels.
Let me see.
Confessionals? Yeah, no, I don't know about.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. But X4 Gang says, what do you think about the fight between P-Face and those two dudes? They trying to say it was homies, but they weren't even homies.
Yeah,
At
I seen the
Disneyland.
fight. I don't know if they're homies or not.
But either way, P-Face looked goofy as shit chasing after the dude,
Right, and
stumbling over like
I seen hella Southerners try to jump homies and get whooped.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it
But,
happens. You know what I'm saying?
right. It goes both ways all the time. It's not like you know. It's you're never gonna win the tit for tat, right?
Yeah.
Because
You argue with motherfuckers.
everybody
Yeah.
gets caught slipping at one
Yeah.
point in time. You know what I mean? So yeah, that shit's crazy.
That's hella funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I seen it though.
I seen it too.
I seen it.
What'd
But
you
just if you gonna jump somebody, you gotta go, man. Go in, get it.
Right.
Don't dance around like that. Go in and get it.
Well, the dude did one of those little hits, like where he lightweight hit him and then step back,
Yeah, just
like
go, man.
like
Just go. You might even catch some going in, but
Right.
there's two of y'all. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I didn't even fully.
Well, it might
see
have
what you
been
guys were
his
talking
first fight.
Yeah, they definitely not proficient in it. They need
It's
to start doing it more often.
Yeah, man. Shit.
about. Have you guys seen those fight clubs? Hey, do you guys remember felony fights?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll
remember
be
that.
watching them.
Dude,
still.
I used
Yeah.
to get in trouble watching that on YouTube.
Felony
Why?
fight?
Because, okay, so my stepdad would be like, I don't know, I had a thing watching fights when I was like a teenager, and he'd come home and he'd be like,
We just heard a story
Don't
about
watch
you.
those
We just
things.
heard his story. We're
What about bum fights?
Okay.
I remember bum fights. I
Bum
remember.
fights was the shit.
Hey, you wouldn't know it looking at me.
Yeah,
though,
I
huh?
know. It's all the felony fights you was watching.
Yeah.
You know,
So we heard a story of her taking off on a dude, and
Yeah, I'm talking about.
allegedly. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
allegedly.
allegedly, yeah.
No,
No.
we
Yeah.
telling everything.
I think you know what it is. It's to look at me now and the growth that I have now, and one would never ever suspect.
That's what it is. For real.
I mean, someone actually commented something along the lines of that. I think on the video that went viral, they were like, "I can't stand when a girl talks about the things that she hasn't lived," and I was just like, "What?" Right. Well, thank you for the compliment. That I look like I have not lived what I have done, because that means I did something right. I truly appreciate that.
How do you know what a motherfucker lived and what they didn't?
Right. I think because there's a stereotype. There's a mold that people expect you to fit in. I guess if you look at my tattoos, I mean, you could kind of like speculate some phase of my life or whatever the hell, but I think I've just never fit the mold anyways. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think the way I conduct myself makes people think that like, oh, she's probably a square. Right. But I'd rather have people think that than to ever think anything else, because I think
that's low key the goal, right?
And I think it's a power move to be underestimated. I think everyone should strive to be underestimated.
Yeah. Well, just because you're a civilian doesn't mean you're a square, right?
Right.
Just because you're not part of a hood or nothing, like, doesn't mean that you ain't been in no fights. It doesn't mean you know what I mean? I know a bunch of square motherfuckers that'll whoop some people's ass.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Doesn't matter where they're from, and they've been through more shit than half the people I know. Yeah. It all depends. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, I agree.
You don't have to be from a hood to go through shit, and you don't have to go to the pen just to be fucking educated and shit on pen shit. You know what I mean? Just like we were talking about the other day, like, you know, motherfuckers.
And as soon as you start getting the arrogance, right, that you some kind of gangster because you've been through something, that's when you get your ass whooped.
Right, yeah, that's when you get humbled.
That's when you get humbled real quick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because don't assume nothing. Don't assume nothing.
There'll be a motherfucking Marine that'll come out from, serving time overseas and come whoop your ass real quick. You know what I mean?
Or get his ass whooped because I have a family member. And he was training motherfuckers, and he was doing all the shit, and he was just, I respect Marines, all the good stuff, right? But he was just out of his motherfucking mind. You know what I'm saying? And not from me, but he got
served.
He got put in his place real quick.
But like I said, it's anybody.
Life will humble you. Life eventually will humble you, and I think that's why it's so important to it goes back to what I always say: just be a good person, do right by people, do right in life, because there's always going to be someone else that's harder.
Well, that's why respect is important. Like in the pen. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's right.
Respect is everything, right?
Yeah,
like
foremost,
you got to give, even to your enemies. You give respect. Like I've never been there, but everything I've heard about
everybody who thinks they can't get touched, that's when you're gonna get it.
And as long operate with respect, no matter where you are, who you are. You know what I mean? Because it'll be an old ass man. I just seen a reel today. So some black dude was talking about he was in the pen and he was talking shit to this old ass man, and the old man whooped his ass. He was like, "Yeah, I was talking shit," and he was like, "Hey man, just stay in your lane, youngster." And he was like, "What you mean? Fuck you! I'll beat your ass." And he was like, and that old man, he came and whooped my ass. He goes, "I ain't never had my ass whooped by nobody, but this old ass man whooped my ass."
A little humility goes a long way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and that's just, man. Learn some respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a bottom line with everything is respect. Yeah. Respect your elders, respect people around you, and just respect motherfuckers because you never know what they got.
Yeah.
You never know. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker have like judo. Judo know I got a knife. Judo know I got a gun. Judo know I whoop your ass. Right?
Yeah. My boy Tony. Look, my boy Tony, he used to work in the shop. I know he's gonna love this. He's the nicest dude. He's the nicest fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? Hawaiian shirts, guitar, cool motherfucker. He will beat the fucking shit out of you. He will beat the shit out of you. He don't want to.
Right.
But he's a jiu-jitsu dude. He hella years in the army. And he's super humble, but he'll beat the fucking brakes off you.
Well, what we say before, like there's a difference, right, of being peaceful and being harmless. Yeah. Like peaceful means I'll whoop your ass. I just don't want to. Being harmless means I can't do nothing. I'm peaceful because I have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think one thing I've observed too is that people who are fully capable of taking things to a certain level at some point in life embody a certain level of calmness.
Yeah.
Because they've mastered that monster within themselves.
Right.
And what's that saying? It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. You gotta find the balance of leading a peaceful, calm life, but also being capable of destruction if need be.
Right. And after what?
The full community tapped in and said, "Salute those fellows. Keep doing your thing. The woman, a great addition to the pod. Need more of those."
You.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you. I
Appreciate
appreciate
you.
that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and really what it's been is people like the fellas, right? The older homies that be out there that really got the multiples, you know what I'm saying? They're the coolest. They're the most chill. They're not trying to argue with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to do their time. They don't want to have to keep knocking people down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're really like the dudes who actually do this stuff are not loud. They're like, I don't want tattoos on my face. I don't want to do. I just want to, right?
Just leave me the fuck alone. Yeah. Just leave me the fuck alone, because if not, it's gonna be a problem, right?
Yeah.
I think this is all based on like how quickly someone learns the lessons that life is trying to teach them.
Right.
Because I feel like it's usually people that embody a certain level of wisdom that are able to like understand quicker the way life is and adapt, you know?
Yeah.
And it's the ones that kind of really lack that wisdom in their life that continue to embody the arrogance.
They haven't been through it.
Yeah.
The louder the motherfucker is, the more people want to talk like they want that. You never been through it. You know what I'm saying? Enough people fall in front of you. Enough. You have to go to enough funerals. You have to sit in court when your homies is getting sentenced enough. You're like, man, this is a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. This is a lot of fucking court costs. This is a lot of funeral costs. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of having to move and doing all the shit.
Hey, that Vato Slick said, BFD, why scrap this, scrap that when you say you've been in the Pinta programming with the Sud? Well, one, we're not in the pen. Like, I can answer that. One, we're not in the pen.
Right.
But two, we just talked about respect in the pen is currency, right? Respect in the pen is everything. But, like, when we deal with shit out here in the streets, like that, like there's a whole different lane that motherfuckers don't know about up Northern California. You know what I mean? I just wanted to get that out there. Northern California is different, right, than anywhere. Yeah. And I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So and
I look at it like this. As long as I'm a buster, you're going to keep being a scrap. That's how it goes.
And yeah, you get what you get.
Yeah.
And that's what anything
I wouldn't
in
know
life.
I'm a civilian.
Yeah.
But
right.
Yes.
Keep being civil.
That's right.
Keep being civil.
Turn to Jesus Christ. Love like Jesus.
Love like Jesus. Oh, okay.
It says it on my sweater. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
No. And that's why we have you on, man. Yeah, that's why you're here to bring that little bit of balance.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To an already intense conversation that we be having about jacking off fucking dolphins and all sorts of
and
weird
especially
shit.
When we talk about God, I feel like we have like a cool spectrum. Yeah. We have a cool spectrum in terms of like our beliefs, and I think it makes for a good conversation.
I really don't talk about like my beliefs on here. You know what I'm saying? I don't really talk about my personal political beliefs or my religious beliefs, but I will say this, like I'm going through like a fucking weird thing in my brain lately. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Elaborate.
Speak on it.
See, that's what I don't want to do, right? Damn. Because I don't know where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
What does it feel like? You having an awakening?
I don't know if it's an awakening. What I do know is there's definitely elements of the world that are poking through the cracks.
I've been praying for you, Fats.
Yeah.
Let me find out the Lord is answering my prayers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love them come to Jesus moments.
I mean, you know, once you get older, you start realizing certain shit, right?
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, dude, you've been through hell in your life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you literally been through hell, solitary confinement. I can't even imagine what you've been through, right? So when you're in that state, your mind is different. But now you're out here and you're living life. So your mind is different, right? Your mind is expanding.
Yeah.
Before
how I am though is there's an abject reality, right? There's the fundamental of everything is what you can see, touch, hear, and taste. Right. So outside of that, when you start getting into the metaphysical, right, things are relative for the most part. Right. So, whereas everything else is not relative. It's objective. Right. So now that I'm getting into not everything could be explained type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's kind of like what the fuck.
Yeah.
Right? There's been things that have been happening in my life where it's just been like, as of like in the last like 3 months, where it's been like, damn, what the fuck? This is crazy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
If this isn't, if this isn't something else, if it's just how I'm seeing it, right? If like, so this is what I'm struggling with. Is it me just being able to recognize because I'm in the trenches right now of it? You know what I'm saying? Or is it this other thing? You know what I'm saying? That can't
Could
really
be a little
be
bit of
explained.
both.
I mean, maybe, but that's what I'm dealing
That's
with.
what you're
You know how I knew for me, for sure, it was a higher power? Quick little rant. When I was getting off of drugs, right?
Yeah.
That was like my second surrender to Jesus Christ. And I remember I was like, all right, I'm a stop cold turkey. I don't know how I'm going to do it. But I remember crying to God and being like, Lord, I've gotten myself to this point. Clearly, I don't have all the answers, because you would think if I had some sense, I would have gotten myself in a better position. Yeah. I need you to intervene, and I'm going to be obedient to you. Because I used to always hear about like Christians talk about, oh, God spoke to me. And I couldn't understand that. Like, I was like, what do you mean God spoke to you, right? Until I surrendered. And I mean fully surrendered. Like, ugly cry surrender. God, rid me of this freaking addiction, intervene in my life and guide me. What you tell me to do, I'm going to be obedient. Yeah. And the way that I describe it, it was just like all of a sudden after that moment, not only did I feel an immense peace, like some kind of weight that was on me my whole life all of a sudden got lifted. But then I started getting these just like revelations of knowing, all of a sudden knowing what to do. Like, go talk to your stepdad and go forgive him. Go talk to your mom and go forgive her. That one friend that you wronged 10 years ago, you need to go apologize to. And it's kind of crazy because 12-step is very similar to that. Now that I know about 12-step, it's very similar to that. But I always knew that it was from a higher power because it was always something my flesh was uncomfortable doing. You know what I mean? It was always something that my instinct was to reject it and be like, nah, I don't want to. Like, my stepdad abused me. I'm not going to go say, I forgive you. You know, my flesh don't want to do that. But when I started listening to that knowing and that calling, and I started actually being obedient to it and like, all right, I'm gonna go have a conversation. I'm going to forgive my stepdad. All of a sudden, things just started falling into place. All of a sudden, my life just took a turn in a way that was unexplainable, and I knew. That's how I knew. I was like, all right. It ain't
crazy.
me. It ain't me. It's this. And I always know when it's the Holy Spirit, when it's commanding me to do something I don't want to do.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
well,
okay.
I can't forgive motherfuckers. Like I said, I was watching that Joan of Arc movie, and she said something that really resonated with me.
What was that?
She said, may God forgive you, for I never will. And I was like, yup, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? If you did me right, fuck you till my dying breath. I'll die and I'll live with that, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so what is forgiveness?
You know, for me, I think the standard that I want to hold myself to and I try to live to is my goal on this earth is to live as Christ-like as I possibly can and love others with that same love that God loved me with and that same grace that God gave to me. Because I know what it felt like to be outcasted and looked like I was just like a deviant, disgruntled person that could never get my life together, who, you know, was on drugs and was a young mom and was catching cases and doing all this stuff. I feel like I had so much grace gifted to me, and God was able to turn around my life so much that I realized, why can't I also extend that grace to other people? Yeah. And if God was able to forgive me for the ways in which I had to become a monster to survive my life, and he loved me through it, and he was like, hey, but you still got a second chance. Just listen to what I'm saying and do what I'm telling you to do, and you're going to see the fruit of your life. You know, then why can't I do that for someone else? And so forgiveness to me is to love somebody as Christ loves me. That doesn't mean I have to be tolerant. Forgiveness isn't tolerance, because God didn't tolerate my bullshit. He was like, you want to make mistakes? You want to go against how I'm telling you to live? All right, then learn your lesson the hard way, right? But he always loved me. And so finding forgiveness and being able to love people where they're at, even when I don't agree, even when they've harmed me, even when you know, what they're doing is wrong, and being able to say, I'm going to do this because that's how my God loves me, and that's how I want to show up, and I want to be remembered for that Christ-like love, is my motivation.
Yeah. So forgiveness, like I could forgive, right? But I'm gonna still need my issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I could understand, right? I'm empathetic, right? Someone who steals from me, right? I understand, right? You broke, right? You stole from me, right? I'm probably still gonna do something terrible to you. You know what I'm saying? But I forgive you, brother. Like I understand the issue. You know what I'm saying? I could let it go and move on and be okay. You know what I'm saying? But for it because it's more about, for me personally, is ensuring I minimize the potential of it happening again, right? And so just adding a little deterrence, right, from people stealing, right, out of here, right? If somebody stole out of here, right, I understand, bro. You whatever you stole from out of here, we're gonna beat the fuck out of you, right? We're gonna beat the fuck out of you, but I forgive you. You can't come back. You know what I'm saying? After this, it's over. You know what I'm saying? But
no.
Well, the Bible,
not me. I don't do that. I'm not. You still out of here, motherfucker. You out of here. I'm gonna fuck you up every time I see you. Cause fuck you. I brought you in this. I brought you in here. I trusted you. I gave you. This is my sanctuary. Yeah. I gave you access to my sanctuary, and you betrayed that trust. You only get one fucking time to betray your trust with me, because the last time I let a motherfucker back in, he betrayed me again.
Right, that's the issue. Right?
Do you know about Peter in the Bible? Right. You embody Peter energy. Peter was like Peter was like, you ain't fucking with Jesus Christ. Like he was a soldier for God, for real.
Hell yeah.
But biblically, he does talk about eye for eye. And and this is what people don't understand. I think sometimes people think that like to live biblically, you have to be all tolerant and like, you know, I'm a doormat. Jesus wasn't all tolerant. Yeah. He was flipping tables. He would sit there and tell you the truths of how you're fucking up in your life to your face, not out of condemnation, out of correction, right? And so in life, there's going to be circumstances where you do need to correct behavior, and only God's going to put it on your heart how you feel the need to correct behavior. And he talks about eye for an eye.
But betrayal,
you know what I mean?
Betrayal is a motherfucker, dude. Because I wouldn't steal from you. So what gives you the audacity to steal from me?
I agree.
I would never betray that, because when I love somebody, when I say you're my boy and I love you, you're my homie, man, that means I love you, bro. Yeah. I wouldn't steal from you. I wouldn't go
fuck
after your
girl.
girl. I wouldn't, right? Because I love you. But so if you do it to me and you betraying my love, well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck so you and everything you got to do
right?
with.
So, but I also believe in what justice is, right? So like there's like, if we get in trouble, we're allocated specific things, right?
Right.
Say, right. A sentence, right? For lack of a better word, right? You get a sentence, right? So if you still, it's got to fit the crime, right? If you take both these motherfuckers right here, you take these motherfuckers right here,
right?
You might get like really, right? But if you steal something out the fridge, or you know what I'm saying?
So something out the fridge, okay?
Right?
So circumstantial, depending on the gravity of offense.
Right. I'm not just chalking up motherfuckers' whole shit up every time right. It's all contingent on the specifics, right?
So, and I agree with that.
Yeah. So I could forgive you, right? I could forgive. There's certain things that are unforgivable, right?
Right.
If it deals with a child,
right?
Right. If it deals with death, you kill my brother. You know what I'm saying? You something like that, like. I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It'll always be up. But
like if you still Lazy Lokes lunchable, like I'm pretty sure he will forgive you. No, but
it might be up forever.
Certain things like you can give a motherfucker a warning, right? Yeah. Because everybody makes mistakes, right? Yeah. I might be hungry. I might grab your sandwich out the fridge. You know what I mean? And you be like, "Hey, bro, that's my sandwich. I was waiting. My girl made me that. Like the fuck.
Was it good?
My bad.
Yeah. Was it good?
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying. But it was good though. But you know what I'm saying. My bad. I'll buy you another one.
Boom.
So. Okay, cool. Yeah. I won't do it again. I'll buy you another one. Yeah. I understand that, right? But if someone comes in here and like steals some microphones, bro, we ain't got no fucking mics.
Yeah.
You stole my fucking mics.
And you're keeping us from getting money.
Yeah, you're keeping us from progressing.
Yeah.
Like now that's a major thing. Now if you steal a t-shirt, like, hey bro, you owe me $20.
Yeah.
Now, if he said, "Oh yeah, I got you," cool. But if he says, "Man, fuck your $20," now that's a problem. Now
that's a whole different issue.
I'm not forgiving you.
Yeah, that's a separate issue.
You know, that's been probably and not just my own, but I've heard from a lot of people that have lived similar lives in terms of like how we've all had to survive, right? the spiritual battle of not feeling like a punk when God is elevating you is extremely hard.
See, but I don't have those issues.
I don't have
But
those issues.
no,
Right, yeah.
because wanting to be that justice, right? And being able to be like, listen, having enough faith and growing in your walk with Christ to be like, this ain't even my justice to serve because you gonna get yours and it ain't gonna be through me.
Nah,
God,
it takes too long.
God is gonna see, and that's the part, right? Because the way I grew up was very similar to how you guys are saying. Like, you do something to me, guess what? You gonna have to learn a lesson. I really believe some people sometimes need their ass whooped.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. But growing in my faith has taught me that, like, every person that has ever did me wrong, if I truly, truly, truly sit back and analyze their lives and the things transpiring in their lives, it's like, dude, I don't even gotta whoop your ass. Like,
Look, I understand that. Right, I
and that's
understand what
enough for
you're saying.
me.
I understand what you're saying. What I fundamentally disagree.
Yeah.
Right, on one certain aspect.
What?
Right, is we have to live.
Yeah.
Right, and it's not about feeling like a punk.
Yeah.
Right, it's about being secure enough in myself to know I'm not just gonna accept this.
Yeah.
Right, because I have to be able to stand up for myself.
Is that it? Maybe
Right.
it's a male thing as well. Maybe it's your guys' biological makeup to protect.
Well, so if
Things,
somebody talks
like your stuff.
somebody talks about me right now, and I
Yeah.
know who it is, and they just start woofing on here,
Yeah.
on the internet, right? I'm gonna be like, damn, okay, this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna catch you when I see you,
Yeah.
right? That's it,
Yeah.
right? I'll catch you when I see you, and we gonna get down like gentlemen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we gonna figure it out like that. if they come to my door, right, and they're like, hey, you're a bitch, you're a fuck, everything they're saying on here, they say, right?
Yeah.
They might die for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So, like, I could be like, God's it, right?
You're gonna handle it.
Yeah.
But the circumstance depends
It's
the
all
measure. No, that makes
contingent
sense. That
on-
makes
it's
sense.
all contingent on the circumstance.
Yeah, I feel the same
You
way
know
because
what
if
I'm
someone, like, I had a girl the other day from Richmond pop at me all crazy in my DM, and I wanted to take the high road. I really did, and I tried. I feel like I responded really well, but I did tell her, like, hey, when you see me in person, keep the same energy because I think you get shit fucked up because I do come on here and I do try to influence something better, but please don't ever fucking think that you could talk to me like this in
Right.
person,
Right.
right? And I just let her know, like,
Right.
respectfully,
And it's
don't ever think
it's
this
about
shit's sweet in person.
establishing. It's about establishing for yourself.
Yeah,
It doesn't have nothing to do with those people. There's always going to be those people. It's
Yeah.
about me being able to establish for myself as a human being a boundary.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Definitely.
this is what I'm willing to accept. This is what I'm not willing to accept.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just on, and it's not about considering myself a punk. I'm not a punk.
yeah,
Right? I've been through enough stuff. I've been scared.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been scared for real. And I've moved through that fear
Yeah.
and still handle my business. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not a punk.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of chip on my shoulder like some people do.
It boils down to the standard for yourself.
It's standard. Like, God damn it, man. Fuck. If
I get
this
it.
how you going, I'm going to break your fucking
I
jaw
get
when
it.
I see you. I'm going to try. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to get my fucking ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Something's going to happen when I see you because I'm a human being. You're not just
Yeah.
going to talk to me any kind of way.
No, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
respect
Miguel Lango said the female commentator, Ayme, right?
Yes.
My bad, forgot her name. Said, so all those people that wronged you, you talk to them like nothing happened. You laugh with them.
Right. That's a good question.
That is a good question. So pretty much what I did, like, as it pertains to my stepfather, one of our biggest things was that he would try to tell everybody, like, I love her. Like, yeah, I've been in her life since she was 9 months old. I loved her now. If you just to summarize it, he was very neglectful, very abusive in various different ways, right? So when I was called to talk to him, the premise of that conversation was pretty much, I know you don't love me, but I need you to say it to my face. I need you to just be real for the sake of my own healing. Like, you ain't here bullshitting my mom. My siblings aren't in the room. You don't got to bullshit them. You don't got to bullshit me, because what I'm trying to do is give you a clean slate so that we can work with what we got.
You told him that?
I straight up told him that. I straight up told him that.
Yeah.
And I was like, however much it hurts me, I could respect you keeping it real with me, right?
Yeah.
And he did. He looked at me and he was like, all right, well, when you put it, I don't love you. And I know that that's hard to hear because I've been in your life your whole life, but I don't know why. Maybe because you're not my blood, or I don't know. And I looked at him and I was like, it hurt. Don't get me wrong. It hurt. I had a little frog in my throat. But I was like, all right, I can respect that then. So now that we've laid the foundation, now I understand, well, you've been neglecting me my whole life and abusing me because you really don't give a fuck about me. You finally said it to my face, right? I could work with that now. So I'm a clean slated, and I'm going to forgive you, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to try to figure out how we can have a relationship. Now, for me, though, that relationship came with contingencies, right? Because now I'm a grown adult. So there's going to be boundaries. I'm not going to tolerate certain things that I would tolerate when I was a child. And, you know, eventually it got to the point where he repeated some of the same behaviors, and I had to stand on my own integrity and what I want from my life, right? In terms of my mom, I had to address my resentment towards her because I felt like she always put him first, and I had to suffer for it. And I had to go out into life, and I had to figure life out, and I didn't have nobody to come save me. I saved myself, right? Other than Jesus Christ. And I, you know, told her, like, I feel like you owe me an apology. Yeah. At that point in time, my mom was like, no, I don't. I did the best that I could, and you're fucking, for you to even think that I owe you an apology is crazy. I remember I looked at my mom, and I was like, it's good, Mom. Mark my words. There's going to be a day where what I'm saying and trying to articulate to you comes full circle, and you're going to give me my apology. It took 7 years. Yeah. 7 years before my mom finally realized the role that she played in my suffering and gave me my apology.
Oh, you got your apology.
You know,
that's
and
dope.
That's just kind of how it went. Like, I didn't really know what to expect from the conversations, and it wasn't like God told me, like, hey, you're going to have this conversation, everything's going to be fine and dandy. No. I've had some conversations with people where we will never speak ever again, but it needed to be had for that door and chapter of my life to be closed.
Yeah. See, but I have that feeling that God tells me, man, fuck that dude. Don't even trust that motherfucker.
And maybe so though. Maybe so.
It's because like every time when I would forgive a motherfucker, they go off and do the same shit again. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, now it's got to be double worse. So that way now it's like, man, like certain shit, right? With major shit, like you get one chance. And one chance only. And then I ain't fucking with you. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And that could absolutely be Jesus giving you the discernment to not let people into your energetic field, into your realm, into nothing.
One exception would be if a motherfucker's on drugs, right? Because then they're not the same person. But you must get off drugs in order for me to fuck with you.
Yeah.
Again.
No, I feel that. Because you know I feel that.
Yeah, if you're on that shit, then I ain't fucking with you, period. Once you get off and you're clean for at least 6 months, at least, then come back in, man.
And that's
great. Because now I know that wasn't you.
Yep.
That was whatever fucking substance was in you, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now my boy's back. Yeah. Now, you know, the motherfucker I love's back. You cool, you good, cool. Now, if you get on that shit again, then we got to go toes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And every time you get on that shit, we got to go toes.
Yeah.
Or I'm not just fucking with you, period.
Man, I feel that. You know what I'm saying? We've had to cut off a couple people.
Jordan Pena, what's good with the homies? Stecca tapping in. What's up? Yeah, man. Fucking Miguel said, I think you missed the point of her view. The girl was already in a bad place. Yeah. Yeah, they're talking about you. Uh-huh. Sneaker Vision said everyone pays their debt eventually with us or without. Mm-hmm. Yeah. HBC Chemistry said, Ayme is bright. She's kind.
Oh, thanks.
She ain't that kind,
she'll
man.
punch you in the face.
I heard stories, man.
She'll punch you in the face, though. Yeah. Believe that.
If need be. Circumstantial. Circumstantially.
Yeah. But anyways, like, you know, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, man, I give everybody respect. I give, you know what I mean? I'm gonna give everybody, even if I don't know you, like that basic human love and respect, right? Yeah. I don't want to see motherfucker get hurt. You know what I mean? I don't want to see innocent people get hurt, but like, you know, Tupac said it best. I never committed a crime I didn't have to. Like you put me in that situation. Now you made me do this shit. I wasn't out there being a fucking grimy and shit. You know what I mean? Although I was in my younger days. But, you know, as I'm older, like I don't just go do grimy shit to motherfuckers just because. Like you got to do something to me and I'm going to react. You know what I mean?
I feel that. Cause
I don't want no problems. Right? I don't. But I'll give them.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. Just because I don't want them doesn't mean I can't give them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And but that's the point. I don't want the problems. You know what I mean? So you do you. And we talked about that the other day. Like, You know, if there's a motherfucker standing next to me, he's from the KKK. I know he don't like me. I know he'll probably kill me. But man, don't bring that shit to me. And I don't even give a shit about you. You can walk about your life. You know what I mean? Go about your business. You can hate Mexicans all you want. Just don't bring that to me. And we good.
Yeah.
Go about your business. You know what I mean? Do what you do. Like, you know what I mean? But you bring it to me, now we got an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure, yeah.
And that's how I live my life.
You know, go ahead.
So dude said, X4 Gang said, what if it's family? Do you forgive them or not? And the answer to that is loyalty makes you family. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I've had my family probably do me the worst
me
than
too.
anybody I've ever known. And I learned, I'm so thankful for the family that God has given me through the people that I've met, you know, over the years.
Yeah.
And that saying, blood is thicker than water.
Hey.
Nah.
Bro,
loyalty makes you blood.
Sometimes, man, family be the worst.
Yeah.
Like, family has the ability to do you worse than any friend or foe can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's best to be like, fuck them too.
Yeah.
Like, if you're family and you cross me wrong, like, I have no problem putting you in the dirt just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Like, real shit. And I've even, like, I've got into it with, like, my uncles and cousins and shit over some shit. Like, I had a cousin disrespect my mom. You know what I mean? So I'm like, hold on, bitch, I'll fuck you up. I'll drive fucking 4 hours over to you. I'll fuck you up, right? Like, and you know I'll do it because you gonna disrespect my mom, dude. You fucking crazy, right? And you know, they knew it was real. And they apologized and all, but still, I don't fuck with them because it's like,
how
dude,
could you, your mom, like mom though?
You know what I mean? And I get it, you get in a heated argument, but I would never tell my aunt. Like, I would never call my aunt. I don't care how much my aunt is on me. I would never do that to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
like, you know what I've learned when it comes to family is that, again, biblically, not to be Bible thumper here, but the Lord says, He does say that like people have the ability to curse their family for 40 generations or bless their family for 40 generations. Yeah. And I think that a lot of us live in these cycles of dysfunction within our family because nobody had the heart to step up and step into the position that God was trying to call them to do to break those generational curses.
There you go.
And when you're that person in your family, when you see the bullshit, when you see like this shit ain't right, when you try to live differently, you know, when you're just naturally that black sheep because you're just not going to tolerate certain shit, it's because you're the one called to break that within your lineage. And your family will dog you. Like Joseph in the Bible, his brothers sold him to the Egyptians and they were like, get the fuck out of here. We don't like you because he was anointed, right? What God do? God put Joseph in a position to have to feed his brothers when there was a famine, you know? And life be like that. You know, people will count you out.
So that's what God would do. But what would the devil do?
I don't know. I don't think I have the capacity
devil
to think.
Be like, fuck you, motherfucker. Devil be like, West Side, Stockton, fool, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking, but
this devil throwing up gang signs and shit.
I get, I don't know. Maybe I'm different. You know what I mean? I'm in my own head. You know what I mean? Maybe I got some issues. You know what I'm saying? But it's helped me my whole life, man. Yeah. I am who I am because of you know. I choose to be in certain situations and I choose to have certain relationships with people and I choose to cut motherfuckers off, whether it's friend, family, or foe.
Me too, bro. And, you know, I don't got a lot of family. You know what I'm saying? My neighborhood is really my family. You my family. Like I got only certain motherfuckers that are really like my family. Right. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's real shit because there's been homies that have been through more and had my back more. There's been families that fucking, you know, hey, you know, they see me at my worst and be like, "Oh, well, that's on you. Handle it." Like, damn, fool. Like, I can't even spend the night. Like, you know what I mean? I can't borrow $1. You know what I mean? Shit.
Yeah, that's what the family asked me for. Yeah, that's a family hit me up when they need something.
Right, but the homies will be the first one to be like, "Man, you can stay here. Fool. I got, man, you can wear my clothes. You can do this." Family will be like, "Nah, I can't do it." But then when motherfuckers start fucking with them, "Hey, me home, my boyfriend's tripping." Yeah. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Well, can you come? Can you come? Can you whoop his ass? Can you call your homies? Like, no. Remember that one? Remember that one time? Man, I just needed to stay the night, man. I was, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, family is always like that. Like, you always the black sheep until they need something. You always the one to be like, oh, he's no good, or man, that's just another fucking cholo or whatever. And then all of a sudden, when they need you, oh, mijo, come help. Like, man,
That's
fuck
called
you.
What, convenencieros?
Yeah.
When they only need you when it's convenient for them. That too.
Yeah.
I spared a lot of my family members from getting their ass beat. And I was literally just thinking about this the other day. I was like, man, I wonder if I would have just beat her ass.
Fuck.
You know what I mean?
It's weird. It's crazy here. I haven't talked like this.
God.
But look, no, don't get me wrong.
It's true.
Don't
Because
get me
I'm
wrong.
like, man, I played sheepdog in a lot of positions
Yeah.
where that wolf should have got you. Maybe that bite
Played-
would have.
She said I played sheepdog in a
real
lot of
shit.
positions
Yeah.
where the wolf should have got you.
You
But
know,
don't
like-
get me wrong. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let somebody just overtly fuck up my family, right? Because
Yeah.
now, okay, you're like, yeah, I might not get along with my family, but like you ain't just gonna think my family's bitches. So now you got to get it.
There's a
But there's certain situations like, man, you ain't just call me for no bullshit. Now if it's motherfucking serious, if the dude is doing something, I'm not gonna let no fucking dude beat my cousin's ass or my aunt's ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
oh, you gonna get it, right? Like now you gotta get it. But don't call me for no petty shit because, oh, motherfucker owe you money or motherfucker keeps calling you late night and you're with your other Sancho and all. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, honestly,
Don't
I
hit me
think
for
I
that.
think I'm to the point where like we might have blood relation, but fight your fight, homegirl.
Right.
Because you counted me out.
Yeah.
And I wasn't shit. And I
be
was the
like
bad
that.
cousin. And I was the fuck up. And I was this, that, and the other. Right? Okay, well, stand on it.
Right.
Stand on it. Don't ask for my protection now.
Yeah.
Like, look,
on you.
I won't let them jump you, but you can fight. If you get your ass whooped, that's on you. I
See?
ain't gonna let them jump you though.
Right.
That is very gracious
Right.
of you.
Yeah.
And I don't
right.
I don't circumstantially have that grace anymore. I
Well,
think I've
because
reached
it's-
capacity
because
with
it's
my
family.
family.
It's family, right? And the first thing a motherfucker says is, anytime it would come to me and my family, some motherfuckers would be like, oh yeah, like with my sisters, they'd be like, oh, your brother ain't shit. Woo, woo.
Yeah.
Like, hold on, bro. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. But now it does. So now it's like, okay, now I got to go. Now you brought me into this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like when my sisters have boyfriends and shit, right? Oh, no, I tell my brother, oh, your brother ain't shit. Fuck him. Like, bro, I wasn't even tripping off you. I don't give a fuck. You
Yeah.
yell at all you want. But now you putting me into this shit. Now fuck you.
You know, my brother told me about that real early. Like, I was probably like a freshman in high school.
Yeah.
And, me and my older sister, my older brother, we all grew up boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, like, my little sister would have these boyfriends, you know what I'm saying? And it was you always felt like a rite of passage to boo-bap dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Real quick. And my brother was like, you can't do that with all your sister's boys. That's how she's gonna live her life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's just gonna be foul, and you gonna put her. She's not gonna have no accountability to these people that she supposedly like gives a fuck about, and so she's always gonna be a dick to these dudes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they're just gonna not have no recourse. So she's never really gonna have a happy relationship because she won't know how to actually treat a dude.
Yeah, she's
Right.
not learning from her own.
Right.
Right. And so I stopped doing that, and she would, be herself, you know what I'm saying, and create these issues, you know what I'm saying, with these dudes that she supposedly gave a fuck about enough to call him her boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like
Yeah.
you got to kind of live with that, you know.
No, and
Discernment.
as long as he's not
Discernment.
beating